It's an awesome day for the University of Kansas. It's an amazing day for our athletics department. It's absolutely an incredible day for Kansas baseball. And at the forefront of that is the kind of man and the family that we're welcoming to Lawrence, who are so incredibly excited to be part of this Jayhawk family. So excited to welcome Dan, Kelly, and the boys to Lawrence. Let's give a round of applause for head coach Dan Fitzgerald.
I had driven past the Lawrence exit 100 times and recruited off of every exit off of 35, and had always thought that, you know, Lawrence kind of sat in the center of my recruiting world, and I'd always had such a profound respect for the Big 12, had played against it my entire career at DBU, and it kind of always looked at KU as a sleeping giant. And so I'd kind of done my homework, and then when Coach Price retired, I got really excited thinking that could be a place to call home.
You know, a lot of buzzwords and hype words about the word culture, and I think everyone talks about it, and there are a million books on it, and the greatest description I've ever heard is that authentic culture is felt. And that's, I know that if we looked at KU athletics and we really jumped into what Travis is building here, it checked every box. You know, I really identify as a builder. I want to build. I want to be a part of something special for a really, really long time.
When you talk about somebody that's going to replace Rich Price, who is a baseball guy through and through, loved this place, gave everything he had to this place, I think it was important for them to find a guy who was as passionate about the game and culture and building, and I think that Coach Fitzgerald's shown that's him to his core. I mean, they went out and looking for that, I think, and then they found it, and then when he showed up, he showed it day one.
Every single pitch, locked in every single pitch, great teammates.
Yeah, I think that comes down to finding a coach who can respect the past, make sure that that's still a part of this program, but also have the sort of roadmap to know where the program needs to go for the future. So Fitzgerald being a guy who's a recruiting coordinator in his past, I think you need someone who can do both of those things, and I think that's why Dan has been able to get this program moving in a direction and some new life into it.
The roster was somewhat depleted when we got here, and we had to go quick. We kissed our families goodbye and took about 2 months and hit the road, and just needing to fill some players, fill the roster with some players. The good part of that is you get a chance to build your own team, right? So, you know, early on we knew that this first year is going to be important because it's going to set the groundwork for moving forward. So, you know, we couldn't miss, you know, and that's tough on the first year because you need so many, but you also need very high caliber.
There is a challenge. I think it's always a challenge when you bring new guys in, just to getting them to fit in and how that works, and them kind of learning us and us learning them. But it's also an opportunity every day to go out and get better. Can we improve? How do we build that in the big picture? So I think there's a little bit of an opportunity and a challenge in both of it, but it was a lot of fun.
What happens in the future of this program very much is dictated by the decisions you guys make now. And I can promise you that you'll look back, and if you do it the right way, you'll be really proud of what you did, and you'll get to watch it for a really long time.
We left that first team meeting, I think, with a really clear picture of who we were, where we were going, and kind of the expectation of how we were going to do it. I asked them a very simple question. I said, hey, I know what I want to do, and I can talk all day about that, but it doesn't really matter. What really matters is what you guys want to do. And so I kind of opened up the floor and gave them the opportunity to talk about some goals, ambitions, dreams, all that stuff that they wanted.
No, it was great. Just get all the guys back together. Just seeing everybody, first time we've been together since the team, since the fall. Just meet together, talk about our goals for the year and what we want to do. Mainly just grow together as a team, play some good ball, and just play like we know we can.
To turn it around, it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take some patience. It's going to take time.
There's a rich history here, and I think if we can go back in the teams that have won here, they've pitched well. The lineup has some guys in there with some power. and we feel like we've built a roster that can do that. We just need to play up to that ability, and I think we'll be very competitive.
We talk a lot about focus, being locked in every day, no matter what that is. If that's if that's a bunt defense, if that's a first and third defense, if that's what we're doing offensively, trying to move guys or score guys. It's just really locked into the task in front of you.
I remember feeling really prepared, felt like we had worked really hard. I felt like we were the best version of the Jayhawks that we could be at that moment. Once the game day came, the hay's in the barn per se, where you've done what you can do and now it's time to just let the guys compete. Yeah, the guys were more than ready and relaxed, and I will say one of the things I'm most proud of is how much the guys and how much collectively as a program we enjoyed that first game. We were not sped up, and we were not. The moment was not too big for us. We were very, very ready for it.
Listen, all right. Well, this will hang on the wall forever. All right, and this isn't for the game today. You celebrate things like this for all the hard work that got you here. All right, and there's a lot of us that wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the one guy. So this one's for Dan, and it'll hang forever. All right.
We were able to get everybody involved. And again, we had so many new faces, and we had a lot of guys who hadn't had much playing time at the Division I level. So to go see them, not only just compete, but compete at a high level against Valpo and against Oakland and come out successful is great, because we just knew there was something we could build off of as we moved forward in the season.
Early on with this team, you started to hear and see that these guys felt like they were already a family. They felt like they had been playing together years, and I think that's a testament to the top and to Coach Fitzgerald and the way he was able to not only find that type of player and that type of talent, but then once it came to Lawrence, put it all together and make those guys move forward feeling that vibe.
I think fans, when a new head coach comes in, they're looking for reasons to believe, reasons to hope. Those are big sort of pillars of a rebuild. So I think seeing a game like that, seeing a big win like that is just, one point in a much bigger season, but a point where fans can look at, the people on the team can look at and be like, this is what this team's capable of. Now can they carry it over to other parts of the season?
Outstanding job. Okay, freaking awesome. Get a break and let's go.
You look at that game against Oakland where we put up 26 runs or whatever, and to me it was such a great indicator of what we were capable of from just an approach standpoint. And so the Oakland game in particular was one of, hey guys, when we put it together, we're massively capable of putting runs up.
You always know in the game of baseball there's going to be ups and downs. In a perfect world, yes, we would love to have no losses at the end of the year, but it just never happens.
He said we were going to be doing something that was really, really hard, and it was going to be a full team effort, and it was going to take everybody.
3-2, a swing and a miss, and KU has just upset the Texas Longhorns in the Big 12 baseball tournament.